Okay, this is Campbell MacArthur at 420 Marion Drive, Unit 60B. The date is October 28, 2016, and I'm filming another video for scientific data, compiling scientific data to prove the amount of water that's being used here. My landlord is defrauding his tenants here. He's overcharging them with fictitious amounts of water. I mean, thousands and thousands and thousands of gallons. Since I've lived here, I have no washer, I have no dryer, the place is empty. I'm a single man, I have no company, I keep to myself. I take a shower every 2 days, maybe 3 days, depending upon if I'm working or not. And I do one sink load full of dishes every day. Now I have compiled data on the amount of water consumed with the shower, as well as the toilet consumption when you flush it. This is a scientific data compilation of the amount of water being used when I do a sink load full of dishes to prove that this man is defrauding consumers and that he's committing a crime and needs to be investigated. Now what I do here, just to let you know, a little background with me. Growing up, my parents were very energy conscious and water conscientious, environmentally conscious. It was beaten into me at a very young age. You only turn on lights when you're in the room. You turn them off before you leave. You don't waste. You don't waste water. You don't waste. Okay? Okay, so this has been instilled in me since I was a very young child. I've also belonged to Greenpeace since Greenpeace first started back in like 1990 or 1989. So I am a very environmental, water and energy, environmental conscious person. I produce very little waste. Two small kitchen bags from the grocery store from my little garbage can a week. I do one sink load full of dishes a day. I clean up as I go. The roach problem here is overwhelming, so I have to do that. You know, I don't have the luxury of letting them sit because this building is infested, and if I don't keep up with it, they'll come and mud me. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the capacity of what I do. Now, when I do a sink load full of dishes, you can see I have dishes right here. All right, and that's actually, that's about a sink load full of dishes. That's what I produce. And what I do is I run one side of the sink with halfway up with hot soapy water, and then while I am washing the dishes, I have the hot water running very gently, and I'm rinsing them as I'm taking them out, and I put them in the adjacent side and let them drain. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show everybody the capacity of this sink and prove that every time I do dishes, which is once a day, that I use exactly 2 gallons of water. Okay, so we're going to find out the capacity of this sink, and I'm going to show this compiling data so we know that we're dealing with factual information, not just assumption. Okay, so here we go. As you can see, I have a 1 gallon jug filled up with water to the top already. I don't have a second one. The other ones have leaks in them, so I have to get rid of them. So I'm going to fill this up. And we're going to, first of all, I hate to waste water, but in order to do this, I have to show you the capacity of this sink, the side of this sink, just so that we can be thorough and this can be documented properly when I take this to the proper authorities. Okay? So, we're going to fill this up again. The hot and cold water is reversed here because they don't know how to do anything here and they don't do anything properly. You know the old adage, we do it right because we do it twice. More like 10 times here, but whatever. So I'm going to fill this water jug up, this 1 gallon milk jug, and I'm going to fill this up. So like I said, we're going to see how much this side of the sink holds. Now I know it holds, roughly about 3 to 4 gallons of water. So there it is. Okay, we're going to turn it off. Okay, so once again, we're going to fill this up. So, okay. Generally speaking, that's roughly around how far I fill it up with hot soapy water. That's about half capacity, so it's 1.5 gallons, I'd say. I mean, I have pretty good judgment. I was in the trades for 18 and a half years. So that's 2 gallons. So let's fill this sucker up again, and we'll find out the exact capacity of one side of this. And sorry about that. Put my hand over it. And we'll take it from there, and then we can see how much. So, like I said, what this guy is saying, claiming every bill that he gives me, is that I'm roughly using, it varies, I'm using 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 gallons a month, which is impossible. I consume less than 1,000 gallons of water a month. At the most, I would consume 1,500. But keep in mind, I have no washer here. I shower every 2 days. I do a sink load full of dishes, and that's it. And I make some coffee. Where's it going? This man is defrauding consumers, and he needs to have an investigation done against him, charges levied, and he needs to do prison time. Because people like him think he can operate with impunity in the community and do as he wants to people, regardless of how it impacts their life or if it even destroys their life. He just doesn't give a shit. He's completely devoid of empathy. Okay, so here we have 3 gallons. Okay, so I can tell you right now definitively that's roughly around what I use. Okay, it's a little bit, I don't know, it's not all the way full. So I use, pardon me, I said 2 gallons before. I use 3 gallons of water to do a sink load full of dishes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drain this, and I'm going to fill it with, up to where I usually fill it with hot soapy water, and I'm going to set up my little camera on my makeshift stand over here and film me doing the dishes. So you have to bear with me. I'm not a photographer, and I hate to waste water, but here I got to pull this, obviously. So let's do that, and I'll get going on this. And you're gonna have to bear with me. I never had a driver on this before. I'm kind of pressed for time. I have to go to WECT news station, as well as various other officials today. And I have extensive documentation, video footage, and pictures of what this man is doing here, and irrefutable proof what I say is true. So sometimes this thing doesn't want to cooperate. So once again, we're gonna get some water going. There's the pile of dishes that I have to clean, not much. Like I said, I'm a single guy, and I do my dishes once a day. I do them as I go, but if I fill up a sink full of water, it's exactly with the method I just showed you, and you're going to see it right now. So, like I said, you don't need to have 2 full sink loads full of water. That's just ridiculous. I've never washed dishes by anything but hand. Even with the dishwasher in the house, I don't see the point. It's retarded. Why wash them and then wash them again? Okay, so roughly, depending upon what I have, that's about what I fill up. So I'm going to set this this camera up, or my phone up rather, and I'm going to try to see how well this thing is going to be staged. So you're going to have to bear with me here as I finagle this thing. Okay, so. Alright, so actually I think we can do away with that. There we go. Actually, that's even better right there. So, okay. So, alright, so you have to bear with me, guys, here. Like I said, I'm trying to be thorough and do this so everybody can see, and hopefully it comes out well. It should. Okay, so like I said, it's that should do it, I think. Okay, so here I go. So, hi everybody. I hope you can see fine. If not, I'll have to redo it, I suppose. So, once again, you saw the full water, and I'll show you after I get done how high this is capacity. So this is how I wash my dishes, and nothing very exciting here, obviously. Just dishes. Nobody likes doing them. Including me, but necessary. Okay, so that's pretty much it, right? So I turn my water on slightly low, like that. Okay. All right. And like I said, this man is committing fraud. He and his cohort up front there are both in on it together. She's aware of what's going on, and that makes a conspiracy. You know, 2 or more people are making conspiracy to commit a crime. So you have 2 people that are well aware of this, and I've raised these issues with them every single time. Had it out with them, Joella, and I said, y'all were charging me, you know, oh, we don't make mistakes. And I said, that's funny, I have 2 degrees and 148 IQ. I make mistakes regularly. So you're telling me you're perfect. And one time I went in there, the first go around when I first moved here after the poisonous spider bite incident, my bill was like $40 for water. Like the second month I was here, and I said, this is ridiculous, it's impossible. You know, I was poisonous spider, and you know, for 3.5 weeks I was violently ill, laid up with a fever, cold sweats, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, you know, abdominal pain, body pain, is as bad as you can think of it. And when I was able to go up there, I finally did. And, you know, so I gave her a $200 money order. I said, well, listen, I don't have time to deal with this. I got to go to a client's. We'll take this up later. Just take the money and we'll work it out later as far as, you know, what the overcharge was. Here's $200, put the balance towards my next month's rent. So not only did I originally go up there complaining about being overcharged for water and them being wrong, okay, but it was like for $86 or something. So there should have been, you know, $14. So she gave me a receipt. I gave her a $20 money order, which I have the receipt for, obviously. I have all the bills that they've given me, which they address everything through a fusication to play a game of hide the pea, so no one keeps an eye on the ball. And, you know, it's, and by the way, you know, I'm actually running more water now because I'm running my Yammer here. So keep that in mind, too. But basically, I give her a $200 money order, so we'll make the adjustment later. I don't have time to deal with this. Take this, the rest of the balance of credit towards the next month's rent. I get the receipt from her. I go home, put it on the counter. I go out. I look at it like maybe 4 or 5 hours later. So not only did that woman have the sheer effrontery to tell me that they don't make mistakes and I'm wrong and they're perfect and they're not overcharging me, but then she even overcharged me then, right then and there, just to spite me, just to tell me F you, basically. She overcharged me for $16 more, you know, after I just went in there and made an issue about it. Did it deliberately, you know, because these people are used to getting away with everything and no one can test them because, well, basically illegal aliens live here. And so, I mean, these people are screwed up. Then, you know, when I confront her about that, the following day, or 2 days later, she tells me, well, that's an administrative fee. I said, oh, you're charging me $16, $17 to talking to you and paying you? So that's nice. Mighty white of you, you know? So that's what I'm dealing with here, people. I'm dealing with criminals that feel that they can operate with complete impunity, do what they want, take what they want, say what they want, wreck people's lives indiscriminately without any kind of moral ramifications or any kind of legal ramifications or anything. Like I said, they're very bad people and they need to be arrested. And they need to be thoroughly investigated by the district attorney's office as well as the attorney general, because I can pretty much guarantee you that if they start an investigation on these people, it will extend far beyond Longleaf Park into his other ventures, and it will show a lot of criminal activity. I'd be more than willing to bet it. Judging by the way this man, what he does to my elderly neighbor as well as myself and everyone else here. No one here likes this man. They all want to lynch him. So he's a bad man. And, you know, like I said, I'm actually using more water now because I'm running my mouth and not concentrating when I should be. But, you know, you'll get the idea. So, whatever. Never usually this tight, me getting it under there, you know, rinse it out against suds on it. Okay, so I got to dry my hands real quick, folks, and show you what's going on here. Oh. Okay, so there you have it, people. I just did a sink load full of dishes. You watched me wash them in that sink, how full it was, and gently run the water, the hot water, as I'm washing. And as I'm taking them out, I'm rinsing them and putting them in the adjacent side of the sink. So there you have it. I am using 3 gallons of water, okay, to do a sink load full of dishes daily. That's it. And usually I'd use a little bit less, but I'm not paying attention because I'm trying to talking and all that, getting distracted. But there you have it. There is my scientific water data compilation for the amount of water being used by me daily in the sink. Once again, there is no washer here, there is no dryer here, there's not even a place for a hookup here. And I've already got the data compiled, scientific data compiled for the water consumption used on the toilet, and also this lovely fancy shower that we have here, which is ridiculous. As you can see, my kitchen is clean. Okay, the bathroom's clean. That's my Twinkle Toes Jackie. Okay, the place is clean. Anyway, that's the end of this video. Once again, this is Campbell MacArthur, 420 Marion Drive, Unit B, over at Longleaf Mobile Home Park in Wilmington, 28412, Unit 60B as in boy. Thank you, and signing off.